Hello, and welcome to a new video from Beautiful Countries. This week you will get to know fun facts about Argentina. So if you want to know these little known tidbits, be sure to watch till the end. Before discussing these facts, let's get into some information about the beautiful country of Argentina. The country of Argentina conjures up in the minds of the majority of us pictures of sizzling steaks, sultry tango dancers, and sold-out football stadiums. Nevertheless, there is a lot more to Argentina than its stereotypes. For instance, were you aware that Argentina was the country that created the very first animated film in the world? Neither do we. This list of interesting facts about Argentina will not only keep you informed, but will also demonstrate why it is very necessary for you to travel to this breathtaking country. The history of Argentina's rich culture makes it an interesting place to explore. Its music, literature, and way of life are all influenced by a fusion of European and Latin American styles and traditions. This enticing combination makes this South American nation a fascinating destination to discover. And it all begins here. Do you want to find out more? The following is a list of really interesting information regarding Argentina. Let's get started with the video. Argentina produced the world's first animated feature film in 1917. Move over, Walt Disney, because there's another renowned animator who the majority of us have never even heard of. In 1917, Quirino Cristiani was the first person to create a cartoon that was a full-length film. El Apostol was a film that ran for 70 minutes and portrayed the narrative of the high levels of immorality and corruption that existed in Argentina at the time. Cristiani has stated that a conversation he had with Walt Disney himself during his tour of Latin America served as the impetus for him to create the film. The animation in the film was created utilizing paper cutouts, and audiences responded positively to it. However, its time spent in the world was cut short when, in 1928, it was destroyed in a fire that broke out in an apartment. Yerba mate is the most popular drink in Argentina. You'd be hard-pressed to discover a more recognizable South American beverage than yerba mate. According to the National Institute of Yerba Mate, an average of 100 liters of mate are consumed per year and per person in Argentina. People in Argentina regularly use a metal straw called a bombilla to drink this caffeinated beverage. Argentina's national drink, mate, is so beloved that its patronage is commemorated annually on November 30 and is called National Mate Day. Mate is more than just an energizing beverage in Argentina. It's also a social ritual that involves passing the cup amongst friends. Keep in mind yerba mate etiquette. There are several things to keep in mind when drinking this drink. First of all, you have to respect the cebador. The cebador is the one who always prepares the yerba mate. The cebador will drink first to ensure the taste of the yerba mate is right. This is because the first brew can also be quite strong and bitter. It is also not uncommon to add sugar. You drink the drink in its entirety, until the straw makes slurping noises. Be careful not to touch the bombilla. Return the calabash to the cebador, who pours hot water over the calabash and passes it on to the next person. If you say thank you when returning the calabash, this will be taken as thank you. I've had enough, and you will be skipped in the next round. Argentina is home to both the highest and lowest points of the Southern Hemisphere. If you have traveled any place in South America, you know that the continent is characterized by its extremes. Argentina is no exception. As the highest point in the Southern Hemisphere, Mendoza, Argentina's Mount Aconcagua stands at a lofty 6,962 meters above sea level. The peak is considered to be one of the 7 summits, the highest peak on each of the 7 inhabited continents. In 1897, renowned British mountaineer Edward Fitzgerald led the first ascent of Aconcagua, but failed to reach the summit himself. The first person to reach the top was the Swiss Matthias Zurbriggen. Laguna del Carbon, a salt lake in the Santa Cruz province, is the lowest point in the Southern Hemisphere. This basin, whose name translates to coal lagoon, is located 105 meters below sea level, making it the 7th lowest spot on Earth. The capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires, translates to the good airs or fair winds. Buenos Aires' origin story has been debated, as could be expected, but most people believe it had something to do with the 16th century advent of Spanish conquistadors. Among them was Pedro de Mendoza, who in 1536 founded and gave his name to the city that would become known as Buenos Aires. He prayed to the Virgin Mary of Good Air, or Santa Maria del Buen Air. Sardinia, an Italian island, is the birthplace of this branch of Catholicism. On this hilltop is a statue of the Blessed Mother. Apparently, this mountaintop was the only location to get away from the stench of the wetlands below in the 14th century. That's why it's called Good Air. A new myth arose not long after the statue of the Virgin Mary was installed on top of the hill. Legend has it that she drifted ashore during a terrible storm, and that the statue served as a shelter for the locals of Sardinia. Fair winds are now synonymous with good air. Pedro de Mendoza, a devout devotee of Santa Maria del Buen Air, gave the port city its current name. Although it still goes by the same name, the city that stands where Buenos Aires is now is not the same one that was founded by Pedro de Mendoza. Argentina is the king of beef, but this is changing. Steakhouses, called parrillas in Argentina, await you all over the country with succulent cuts of beef, a staple of the local diet. Argentine beef, noted for its tenderness, has gained international fame and is now served all over the world. Barbecues, or asados in Argentina, are a social gathering place for family and friends to catch up over supper and play a vital role in Argentine culture. Meats, including ribs, pig, and chicken, are frequently grilled alongside beef. Even though the estimated national beef consumption of 49.7 kilograms per person in 2020 may seem high, it really represents a record low for the country. Changing diets in response to the climate issue may be a contributing factor, as may the COVID-19 problem, which drove people with lesser wages away from the meat market. Beef consumption in Argentina peaked at 100.8 kilograms per person in 1956. That's even without meat of other animals. That's really a lot of meat. The Argentinian flag is a blue and white triband with a yellow sun in the center. In 1816, the year Argentina declared its independence from Spain, the country chose its current flag. Manuel Belgrano, the revolutionary commander of Argentina, selected the colors blue and white for the tricolor flag. It's supposed to portray the sky becoming more transparent and revealing puffy white clouds. According to folklore, this actually occurred in 1810 during a liberation demonstration in Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. On June 20th, the anniversary of Belgrano's death, the country honors the flag's heritage. The Sun of May, a yellow sun in the flag center, is a representation of the Incan sun god, Inti. The name derives its meaning from the May Revolution in 1810, which kicked off the fight for independence from the Spanish Empire. So that's the end of today's video. Hope you have enjoyed it. Do you have more interesting facts about Argentina? Do let us know in the comments. Also tell us which country you want to learn next. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for weekly updates. Thanks for watching and see you next time.